A new update has arrived to GTA Online this week, which has brought about a ton of game changes along with a ton of discounts as well. And today on the show we will be talking about these discounts, and I will be giving a review and a breakdown of some of the best purchases that you can acquire this week in GTA Online. This video is all about what to buy and also about what to avoid buying this week. I know you put a lot of time and effort into building your wealth in GTA Online, and honestly, it would be quite a shame to waste it on some useless purchases, so I did the work for you this week by putting together a helpful buyer's guide so that you can get the most value out of your spending. So with that said, let's get started. If you enjoy this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you want to stay up to date with everything GTA Online and Rockstar games, consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. So as always, we start off these weekly event buyer's guides with the major property discounts for the week, and then we move on to the vehicles after. So starting off with properties, we have 50% off the weed farm business, as well as the modifications and upgrades. I will just say off the bat, we do have double money and RP on the biker sell missions this week, plus the 50% off this exact MC business. I would definitely tell you to get it, because if you sell in a public lobby, you can make close to $1 million with a full stock of this business. I will keep it short, sweet, simple, to the point, just like that. Definitely get this business here in GTA Online. But now with that property discount out of the way, let's discuss all the vehicle and weapon discounts for this week. I do want to say though, with a new DLC and the winter 2022 DLC update for GTA Online basically right around the corner here, the speculated release date right now, although unconfirmed, it is potentially December 13th. And so with that being said, are there a ton of discounts here that you want to spend your money on this week? I wouldn't necessarily say so, because you don't want to drain all your money right before the DLC update. But there are a couple that we're going to talk about first, which I would think are very good purchases. But of course, if you're looking to spend your money, then of course good. But if you're looking to save your money, then that's also a great idea. So starting off, we have 30% off the Trufade Nero. The Nero's performance is a significant improvement over the Adder, the previous Trufade hypercar, and the acceleration is very similar here. The vehicle becomes heavier, however, but it does help on keeping its stability, as well as being rather tough to push, being an ideal choice for stunt races here. I would recommend you pick up the Nero. Then moving on, we have 30% off the overflawed Zeno. The Zeno has a very smooth turning radius, and it can also handle most corners with ease. However, if you do it the wrong way and you encounter some of basically the worst handling you'll see in a supercar in GTA Online. But despite that, it does have a great top speed, more advanced designs, and it does have a higher price tag than other overflawed vehicles, but I do still think it is worth the purchase here in GTA Online. Moving on, we have 30% off the Dinka Jester Classic. The Classic has balanced stats to cruise around urban areas, as it does have good speed and acceleration, as well as great handling. The strong grip keeps the car controllable on over sharp corners, and it does rarely lose control over small bumps and curves, but it does have understeer at higher speeds. Steering is rather loose at taking corners sometimes, but this also means good drifting capabilities in the hands of a skilled driver, which certainly isn't me here, so don't take my, my advice on how easy it is to drift in this car. You need to know how to do it in this game in the first place. But in comparison to the modern Dinka Jester, as well as the race car version, the Jester Classic is able to go as fast as the aforementioned vehicles, but because of its slightly inferior acceleration and the rear-wheel drivetrain, it does require a long runway to eventually surpass those counterparts. After that, we have 30% off the Nagasaki Shinobi. This bike is a high-performance bike with a light body weight, and that's what also makes it good and already ranks up above all the other superbikes in the game. The bike's lower engine power is a blessing in disguise here. It gives the bike better stability during acceleration and cornering, and it also minimizes excess burnouts and spinouts. You'll feel that you stay totally planted to the road with this super bike, and that's why I love the Shinobi. After that, we have 30% off the Western Reaver. The Western Reaver is slightly more sluggish with its handling compared to the Shinobi, which can be problematic when going at high speeds. However, it's significantly faster at 163 miles per hour, according to accurate findings from Bruffy1322. By comparison, the Shinobi can only reach speeds of 125 miles an hour, so the Reaver is currently the fastest motorcycle in GTA Online, and players can reach top speeds just by doing a wheelie here. One major downside though is that the wheelies may cause slight bumps, which can throw you off when you're driving this vehicle. After that, we have 30% off the Aus Jubilee. It's a big SUV, but the Jubilee, along with selected vehicles from the contract update, they can be modified with a remote control unit, which allows the ability to drive the vehicle remotely. And when the armor plating upgrade is equipped, the vehicle adds armor padding on the sides in a similar manner to the armored vehicles featured in the Executives and Other Criminals update. However, it gives a much higher resistance to explosives in general, and it also has bullet resistance resistant windows, which are able to withstand 15 rounds from most firearms before being shattered and cracked here. After that, at Southern San Andreas Super Autos, we have 30% off the Mammoth Patriot mil-spec. This vehicle performs quite similar to the Patriot here, having a lower top speed and acceleration than the Squatty, and it also has a rather sluggish handling system due to its relatively heavy mass and size, but it can withstand several collisions without noticeable car deformation. While it remains weak to push other vehicles, it does have a tendency to drive over them when the stock bumper is retained, also being ideal for off-roading like the Squatty is. The snorkel on the hood provides good tolerance in deep water, though not as much as the Squatty again, and the heavy plated door and armor upgrades give a much higher resistance to explosives in general. It does have bullet resistant windows as well, which are again able to withstand about 15 rounds from most firearms before you start to crack those windows, and the hardtop options are solid and can block bullets from most firearms, which is ideal for evading enemy pursuers or other NPCs in the game. After that, we have 30% off the Bravado Gauntlet Classic. The Gauntlet Classic has a relatively nippy handling system, and it does have admirable grip around those corners, but in addition, the car doesn't really spin out as easily as the original Gauntlet, and in the event of a spin out, it still can be easily corrected, so keep that in mind. Its suspension is relatively stiff and doesn't lose control over bumps and curbs, and its braking power is excellent in my opinion. Similar to the Ellie though, the Gauntlet Classic has a relatively high acceleration, along with a decent top speed, but it still isn't enough to keep up with faster muscle cars in the game. After that, we have 30% off the class of Yosemite. The Yosemite is essentially a sleeper vehicle here in GTA Online in that it has unexpectedly good performance under an otherwise utilitarian shell. The Yosemite features an excellent acceleration compared to other vehicles in the muscle class, and in part due to its high traction off the line while also boosted by its high engine power. This makes the Yosemite a viable option in muscle car races due to its comparatively high traction to speed ratio compared to cars like the Dominator and the Sabre Turbo Custom. Then finally, we have 30% off the Bravado Yuga Classic. Overall, the Yuga Classic has similar performance to its modern counterpart. It has a low revving diesel engine and sluggish speed and acceleration, but unlike the Yuga, however, this vehicle has a slightly higher suspension and is thus more susceptible to rough terrain, but the lack of power remains, and basically that means it has a lack of potential for off-roading, even with high upgrades with this vehicle. Also, it does have a decent amount of durability in the game, being able to withstand some collisions and gunfire. All in all, the Yuga Classic is more favored for visual looks over performance benefits, but unlike the original Yuga, which only seats the driver and one passenger, the Classic version seats 3 passengers in addition to the driver. After that, you can get 40% off the compact rifle, 40% off the machine pistol, 40% off the double barrel shotgun, and 40% off the machete, as well as 50% off all Benny's upgrades. Definitely recommend you take advantage of those discounts as well. With all that said, we've reviewed every major discounted purchase in GTA Online this week. I'd love to know what you think about the property and the vehicles on offer for us this week. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below my list if you agree or disagree with some of my recommendations. With all that said, hopefully you enjoyed the video today, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best GTA Online and Rockstar Games content, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. We consistently talk about updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we'll keep you guys updated here on the channel daily, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and you're more than welcome to ask me any questions on those platforms. You can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in the description down below. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next GTA Online video. Adios, amigos.